Alright, looks like qualifying's underway. Welcome to the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Round 10. We are up to from Hungaroring, in Hungary of course. Following at the Grim Reaper around. Well, hello to Otis Murray joining us firstly in the comments. And let's see how the Grim Reaper fares. Hope this isn't an in-lap actually. We're a little bit late starting the broadcast. I do apologise. Number 8 Ferrari looking like a little bit of a handful. As also invalidating that lap would suggest. So, where's Jeff here? Jeff on his out lap. Jimson has invalidated his. May as well go back to Jeff, see how his lap fares. Just the two yet to post the time. I've managed to pop myself into a Red Bull car there. I hope that doesn't cause too many dramas, sorry. As Jeff comes around to start his lap. DRS closes, gets you through turn 1, you know sooner out of that, and you're opening that rear wing once more for the short run down to turn 2. This is turn 3 now, the fast right-hander. Sends the cars up to turn 4. Always a fun one to drive that. And then to the death curbs of turn 5. Gotta try your best to avoid those, they can spin you in a heartbeat. So what has Jeff got in the bag? A little bit wide through the second to last corner, which is turn 13. This is the final one, turn 14. Pretty smooth. 1:16.8, so 1.9 seconds adrift of the benchmark time. Currently held by Wee, 1:14.9. So he's about to go again. We might just follow Blanchard actually. He's just a bit further up the road. He's got the McLaren of Karma to deal with though. This could cause an issue or two if he gets close enough. So he's backed out of it. He's going to let Wee through, so we'll pick up the Ferrari. No, we won't. He's invalidated his lap. No love for these guys. Next down the road, just behind is... There's 10 Sandals. He's cooked his lap as well. So we'll try Metz. Any luck with Metz? 1:15.8 flat for the Haas driver currently. He's going to box. Who's further down the road? It's not the kick-butt Kiwi, it's his teammate Chronic Saint in the other Alpha Tauri. The two teammates just separated by 6/100ths currently. Who just shot up the order there? Was it Bags, perhaps? Couldn't quite see. He's going to jump in the pits as well. Who's on a hot lap? Scotty, perhaps? Nope. Into the pits. Jimson? Jimson, give us something, mate. Invalidated lap. Dan the Racer. We started with him, he invalidated, so he'll jump in the pits. Karma. AUTTV. He's on a 1:15.6 at the moment. This lap's going to be no good, however, so, excuse me, he's going to line it up and go once more. I'll come back to him. Blanchard is he going again? No, he's trying to get out of the way. So what's he doing? Getting around a bit, but not setting fast laps. Curious. I'm sure there's a reason to his rhyme. Bags is in the pit. Where's Tent Sandals at the moment? He's still out there trying to grind laps. So he was behind Blanchard on track. Apologies for this. We're not catching really any fast laps, are we? Tent Sandals around 13 and into the pits. We're getting nothing here. And after all that, Blanchard pitted. Look at that Supercharge. He's on a hot lap. Or is he? Can we get one where they don't pit? Just under 5 minutes now. Really going for it here, Supercharge. This is definitely a hot lap. And is that rain starting to fall? Needs to get this finished. There's going to be no more fast laps after this if the rain continues to fall. Needs to get it done. I think Wee knows that. He's retired from the session. Supercharge down the start-finish straight. Does not improve. And I think that's going to be... That could be the session just about done and dusted as far as fast times are concerned. If the rain continues to fall. See if we can find that driver down there. That's an invalidated lap from Banana Cake Pie. Karma's going to have a crack. No, he's not on a fast lap at all. Joanna Hall offering up a race to race $5 sponsorship for the Kick Butt Kiwi. Should he win the race? I wonder if that's Jojo Horse Lover. Good to have you with us in the comments, Joanna Hall. Thank you for joining us wherever you're tuned in from. Always great to have as much company as possible. And some interaction in the comments too. Makes the call all that much more enjoyable for myself and informative. A lot of you guys are the drivers. I don't drive in this, so... And as I just mentioned, it looks like no one's going to bother with too many more fast lap times. Scotty's having a go, but he's at the end of the first sector. He was already down nearly half a second. He's got something pretty extraordinary up his sleeve in the second sector. He's well wide. Doesn't cost him. Didn't lose a whole lot of time through the second sector comparative to the deficit at the end of Sector 1. But gives it up nonetheless. Into the pits. Will that be all she wrote? 2:10 on the clock. No one's going out. And that little sprinkling of rain has been enough to kill the session. Blanchard, I think, is he going to go and have a little run on the inters just to see? Alright, there's your quali results on screen. 92 picks up where he left off last week after his win in Suzuka. First win of the season from second man in the championship, Blanchard. Scotty, championship leader, down in 8th. Not ideal. So I'm going to take a moment to take a quick break, as I usually do at the end of quali. Be back with you very shortly during the warm-up lap. Please don't go anywhere. All the action on the other side of this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the race start is just moments away. And that'll be the start of PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1, Round 10 from the Hungary ring. W92, the pole man, takes his place on the front of the grid. We've got to work hard here to try and get a view down the front of down the start finish straight rather than looking from behind. It's really not going well, obviously, as the red lights come on. There's our view just as they get underway. Perfect timing. And looks like not the perfect start though from Wee. He's going to have to work a bit to hold that spot. He might do it though. Still gets into turn 1 in first position. The rest of the pack dueling for the remaining spots. The Alpines going at it. Blanchard and Supercharge. Second and fourth with Bags Liddell sandwiched in between. There goes Karma up the inside of turn 2 on the Grim Reaper. Sorry, it's 10 Sandals who holds that spot through 4 and leaves the door open for the Grim Reaper. He goes past Karma as they shoot up to turn 4. That's going to be tight. Tight and hard. You can see the McLaren's nose sticking in there as he goes round and off. Backwards off the track. Turn 5 strikes already. Oh dear, and he's just, well, lunched it completely. Day done for the McLaren, and it looks like Banana Cake Pie has gone off as well. So the race continues on, no signs of a... Oh, bang off! That's huge! That's absolutely huge. Blanchard, second man in the championship, and the leader of the race, Wee, absolute wipeout, and their days are done. Or are we... Alright, so it looks like we're going for a restart. The guys were crashing. Okay, red flag. Just having a blast commentating it, but looks like it's going to be red flagged and we're going to be restarting the session. And this man is to blame. Keegan146. It's all his fault. Joining a race he wasn't invited to. Just got to wait for the cars to all retire. I think I might need to do the same. Look, I'm just going to pause the broadcast for a minute, see if we can pick it up in a moment. We'll be back with you very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, folks, strap yourself in for the restart. This will be the official start this time. Apologies for that delay. Thanks for sticking with us. Really appreciate your company, especially given that delay, but hopefully we can repay you with a thrilling race. As you can see on screen, the main man there, We92 on pole, picking up where he left off after his win in Japan last week. And in second place behind him, Blanchard, who is second in the championship and was second last week. Ferrari driver will be looking for a better start off the line than the one he got in the first instance. Still led into turn one, but had to fight tooth and nail just to keep that spot. So they're heading round to the grid now. 3 more corners to go before they line up on the grid. So you've still got a few seconds to go grab yourself a drink, something to eat, quickly. The race is about to kick off. Banana Cake Pie had asked me to give a shout out to either his internal suffering or eternal suffering. There would have been a bit of both. Thanks to my good self, somehow managing to jump in a car for that first race. I think I technically got a podium too, so I'll take that. I will dine out on that one for sure. But we are lined up once more, ready to go for the official start. Five red lights. Come on. Out and go. How does We92 fare this time? They all seem to get away pretty well. It's almost a carbon copy. Is Blanchard going to have a shot at it? It was almost a carbon copy of that first start. Amazing. The 2 Alpines, now they ended up being second and fourth with Bags Liddell sandwiched in between. I'm not sure that's going to happen this time around with Tense Sandals up there as well. Look at Blanchard having a think about going for the lead around turn 2. Will he get out of it? Has to go right up onto the curbs into turn 3, and that leaves him open to a move from Tense Sandals. Will he get close enough? Turn 4. It's not the place to do it. Oh, he's off! Into the fence. He's tapped the left rear into the fence. That should cause him some issues. Jumps out of the way. Has he got damage on that Alfa Romeo? Might have got away with it for now. In the meantime, Blanchard brushes off the Alfa Romeo and sets out after We92 once more. He's right on the gearbox of the Ferrari. And, like in the first start, Bags again finds himself in that Alpine Sanger. Really fair this time. So, they are, by the looks of it, all going to get through lap 1, we'll say safely, 10. Maybe not showing any signs of damage as is. Look, oh, and there's a Red Bull in the background. It's Jimson having a spin. He's backwards, facing the wrong way. Blanchard tries to go up the inside, pulls out of it, avoids contact with the Ferrari. He's very pacey, Blanchard, on the outside of turn 2 once more. Carbon copy of the first lap, but this time he's going to try and stick it through 3. They're going to be side by side. The Ferrari will have the inside line and the better run through 4. And holds on for now. Oh, early duel for the lead. This is great stuff on the first 2 laps. Round turn 5 they go. So We92 in the number 2 Ferrari. The Alpine of Blanchard second. Just drops off a little bit. Blanchard, Bags Liddell in the lead. Aston We'll have a little bit of a look now. We'll bring up the position changes for you. My apologies. We know 10 Sandals lost a heap, 12 at the start. Now 10 with Jimson dropping back. Looks like Metz has had a bit of an issue as well. We've missed, and in the meantime, Karma, he's backwards as well. Come out of 13 the wrong way round. And he'll join the others down the back of the pack as Jimson goes through, literally. We better get back up front now. This is where Blanchard has made his prior attacks. He's got some pace in this first sector, does the Alpine driver. Second in the championship. Only 7 points adrift of Scotty, but as we can see, Scotty down there in 8th currently. So Karma's come into the pits, so has Jimson. So those two may have picked up some damage from their respective spins. So nice and tight at the front. Top 5 all within striking distance of each other. That's good to see. Scotty only made up the 1 position from the start. That's with a few of them dropping behind him. Just check in on the Mercedes driver, see if he can line up a move on the kick butt Kiwi. Going to be tough. Having a DRS open himself into turn 1. Someone else is in the pits. It's 10 Sandals this time. Did he get damage? That is a C Senor. Nose cone off. New one on. And the 95. Oh, Jeff's done. Where's Jeff? Jeff, where are you? Oh, Jeffy is done and dusted for the day. Does the safety car make an appearance? Doesn't appear so at this stage. As we look down on our race leader, We92, half a second ahead of Blanchard. Bags having to fend off Blanchard's teammate in Supercharged there in 4th. On the final corner they go once more, and I'll tell you who's going to be in potential danger this time. It's the 6th place man, Chronic Sane. He's got his teammate bearing down on him into turn 1. Up the inside, he'll take that. Not much of I was going to say not much of a defence put up, but he's gone back up the inside. But Scotty's there to pounce on the opportunity. And through turn 2, moves up his position. So Chronic Saint somehow. Go back up front, check out the lead battle once more. Supercharged as close as ever to Bags back there, as you can see. Oh, who have we lost there? Is that Banana Cake? Yes, he's had a spin. Turn 4. Similar to 10 Sandals there, same position. Only he's completely wiped off his front wing, so he's going to have to jump into the pits and get that one repaired. Back out front. We92, no penalties for anyone yet. Interesting to watch the progress of Chronic Sane. Actually, he's the lead driver on the medium compound tyre. As we see from the aerial shot just how much Blanchard closes in under brakes. He's really got the pace in Sector 1. Plenty of grip through these corners. Look at the pack back here. Chronic Saint and the likes. They're just as close to each other as you can be. He's going to close in on the Ferrari of Grim Reaper there. Not close enough and not the place to be making a move. Mind the curbs through turn 5. They do bite. And that AlphaTauri demonstrating plenty of pace. So we've got a battle going on in the first 4, battle going on in the next 4. Plenty happening. Absolute scenes in Hungary. We're getting plenty more of this chopper. Oh, look out! Oh, did they touch? That AlphaTauri's gone wide. That's opened the door for Scotty. He's going to have to try and do it around the outside at turn 13. Or there's some ghosting going on, and they're not. So I don't know what's happened there. Always hard to call that. Either way, Scotty moves up to 6th. We'll get DRS. Will that keep him safe from a move from the Chronic Saint into turn 1? It will, and will he think about a move himself? He's almost forced to go to the outside. That Ferrari of Grim Reaper sluggish through turn 1. And meanwhile, Supercharge has taken Bags Liddell for 3rd spot. Look at these AlphaTauris dueling now. This lot can't keep away from each other. Hard to know where to look at the moment. The battle for 5th intensifies. Almost with Grim Reaper out in 5th there. Just, don't want to say oblivious to it all, but he's just going about his business while these 3 behind swap and trade places. Left, right and centre. See again that AlphaTauri of Chronic Saint. So strong on the brakes. All of them follow each other pretty wide through 13. Who's going to get the best run out of the last corner? It's Chronic. So much pace on that Mercedes up the inside. Never looked close enough. And then bam, just like that, he's side by side with the Ferrari. Scotty still side by side. The Ferrari with the better pace through the corner though. Sends the Mercedes to the outside. Sends them both a little bit wide. Chronic Saint's going to be there to pick up the crumbs if anything goes awry for these 2. Grim Reaper hangs on. Great driving. And they all slot back into position through turn 4. Oh, this is close stuff. Nose to tail action. And somehow the positions stay the same. Good stuff from Grim Reaper. Dan the racer. First penalty of the day. Not the title you want to lay claim to. So let's see how this mob fare on the beginning of lap 10. We know that Mercedes now is very fast in a straight line. Look at the gap there. Not hardly close enough. Now watch him close in on the back of the Ferrari right down the end of the straight, and side by side again they're going to go through turn 1. Chronic Saint again there, ready to pick up the pieces should it all go wrong. He's going to take it this time though, the Mercedes on the inside of turn 2. Can he hang on to it? Got a championship lead to think about, does Scotty? Side by side with the Ferrari into 4. That's not a place they want to be doing that, but they somehow do it. The Mercedes, will he hang on this time? Now Chronic Saint wants a piece of the Grim Reaper. He's going to try and snatch it on the outside into the chicane. Fails to do so on this lap anyway. Good driving. Fantastic racing. Do not want to take your eyes off this battle. Look at the AlphaTauri. He's going to go up the inside this time, is he? Tight squeeze through 12. Forced to the outside for 13. Wheels almost interlocked. The second of the AlphaTauris, the kick butt Kiwi, jumps into the pits. He drops off the back of the battle, and the Chronic Saint should go past into turn 1. The Ferrari fails to move to block. How's he going to try and duke this one out? Does he try and stick it round the outside or cut back? He's going to try and stay on the outside, but loses all momentum. And Chronic Saint now has the place. Now, in the meantime, We92 up front has jumped into the pits along with Blanchard. They're both back out now on a fresh set of mediums. Lap 10 of the Hungarian Grand Prix of 35 set out for today, and it's been action non-stop so far. This is great to watch. Anyone's game here at the moment. No safety cars as yet. Only lost Jeff. My name is Jeff. First casualty so far. Now, what does Supercharge and Bags do? I'll tell you what they do. Supercharge pits. Bags is going to stay out. He thinks he's got one more good lap in those soft tyres. Or is he going to really try and stretch it out to take on a set of hards? Now, where does Supercharge come out in relation to Wee and Blanchard? Wee goes through. Blanchard follows. And there you see it, the one lap undercut worth about 1.5 to 2 seconds for Wee and Blanchard, who are still going at it through Sector 1. Blanchard starting to get frustrated. He, like Scotty, got a championship to think about, 7 points adrift of the Mercedes. Look at Blanchard going hammer and tong on the back of that Ferrari. I'll give a little shout out to his dad. Watching his son try and pass. Furiously trying to get past that Ferrari. Can't get through there. Runs wide out of turn 11. Gets a better run out of 12 too. There's a bit of traffic to deal with here in the form of Twitch. Oh, and this could cost the Ferrari driver. That's going to give Blanchard the inside run in the final corner. And he'll pick up DRS from that Mercedes to boot as well. Still haven't got past him yet. Does he let them both through? Well, what's he doing? He's almost racing them. Didn't make it easy. Now, Bags pitted as well. He's come out way behind Supercharged. We said that undercut was worth 1.5 odd seconds. Bags has come out well behind. You can see on the map there visually. So Chronic and Future Dreamline are there in first and second respectively now, running that alternate strategy starting on the medium tyres. Oh, and look, I think I owe an apology to Twitch there. I was talking about him getting lapped. He wasn't getting lapped at all. He was racing for position. My apologies. Confusing my P's with my Q's. He was very much entitled to fight for that spot. Jimson gets a 3-second time penalty. We92. The Hunted is now the Hunter. Does that Ferrari have the pace to chase? He's got the DRS, but doesn't get as close as Blanchard was on him when he was behind. Action further down with the Kiwi and Grim Reaper going at it. Dan the Racer just behind there, waiting for a piece of the action. So the Kickbutt Kiwi in 9th, Grim Reaper just behind there on your screen in 10th. They've gone to the hard tyres. That Alpha Tauri just always looks that little bit nicer with the harder compound tyres on. Into the pits is a future Dream Liner, so he's going for the medium to hard strategy. Does Chronic Saint decide to do? The two effective leaders in Blanchard and we are catching him. Blanchard yet to shake the Ferrari. DRS keeping him in it. So lap 14 of 35. We're approaching half distance. We'll be there in another 3 to 4 laps. Plenty of action in that first 10 laps, but things have just calmed down a little bit after some pit stops. Chronic Saints jumped in now. Where will he come out compared to future Dreamliner? Ferrari closed in under brakes there into turn 1. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the Chronic Saint as well, see where he does come out compared to, who was that dueling? It was Twitch and Bags Liddell. So Chronic Saint out of the pits now. Oh, and very close to Grim Reaper, who shoots through in front of shot there. Looks like he got more out of that stint. I'm not sure what happened to future Dreamliner, if he caught traffic or not, but he's come out one further place down. Dan the Racer stays in between, and Grim Reaper gets himself a penalty, trying to defend from Chronic Saint. So we better go back up to the front for the battle for the lead. Blanchard, he'll be trying to look after those tyres as much as he can, but doesn't want to let that Ferrari through one bit. Ferrari's as close as he has been on the chase. He's going to get DRS to boot. Does he get close enough to make a move into turn 1? He sticks out, let the Alpine driver know he's there. Not close enough. Twitch Liddy comes into the pits there. After that long stint on the mediums, he'll go to the hards and try to go all the way to the finish. I haven't seen a safety car. I think future Dreamliner and Dan the Racer are having a little duel into turn 1. They are. Future Dreamliner takes 9th spot. Back up front with Blanchard, Wee and Supercharge. As you may have seen, Banana Cake Pie has departed the scene. Turn 4, giving him all sorts of grief. No safety car again. That leaves us with 15 drivers left in the race. The battle for the lead continues. Blanchard with that half-second gap. Banana Cake Pie joining us in the comments, calling that one a nightmare. And that'll probably get his eternal or internal suffering another shout out, I think. Second last today, unfortunately. The race goes on. And the race at the front definitely goes on. Top three, all in the same shot. Both Ferraris caught in a sandwich of their own. Blanchard and Supercharged sandwiching as we are well aware. And down there, the battle for 6th sees the Grim Reaper in the number 8 Ferrari sandwiched between the two Alpha Tauris of Kick Butt Kiwi and Chronic Saint respectively. We've lost 10th Dan the Racer, my bad. Gathers it up though out of 3. And, I was going to say, and continues on sideways. Tyres must be as cold as a witch's. Alright, looks like he's got it going this time. Back up front, the battle rages on. Look at Wee92. He got a taste of victory last week. His first win of the season. He wants another one. Refuses to let Blanchard out of his sight. We know Blanchard can be quite good. Despite having someone right behind him, he can be quite good at still managing his tyres a bit. Hanging on so far. DRS certainly keeping Wee92 right there. So only the 2 penalties, 3 at the moment. 1 for Grim, 1 for Jimson. Dan wasn't happy with one. Took a second helping of penalty. 6 seconds worth up his sleeve to be added to his race time. Blanchard round the final corner, about to commence lap 20. The DRS of Wee92 open as he closes in. We know he won't get close enough. He just needs to find another couple of tenths out of that last corner. As far as the championship's concerned, it's looking good for Blanchard. The man in the lead of the standings, Scotty, down there in 5th. Not quite making the impression on the race he would have liked to. At this stage anyway. Still 15.5 laps to go. And as we've seen in the past, anything can happen in a short amount of time. We'll take a look at the battle further down. This one continues to rage on as we've got a yellow flag. Is that Future Dreamliner? It is. I suppose if you're going to knock your front wing off, that's the place to do it. Pop straight into the pits and get a replacement. Minimal amount of time lost as far as damage repairs go. Now on that hard tyre, does he switch to the medium? He does. But that's going to drop him back to all bar last of the remaining cars in the race. Oh, Chronix. What was that? Weird stuff going on. There was definitely an Alpha Tower. Looked like it was wide there, but play on. Will we see a safety car? Not looking like it at this stage. Plenty of drivers out there today that'll be getting sick of looking at the rear wing of the car in front of them. Lots of tracking, lots of chasing going on, but they're just unable to make a pass. Hungary can certainly be like that sometimes. So we'll go back up front to the leaders. Blanchard still out in front. The CAC 4/10 going through turn 1. Ferrari just doesn't have the straight line speed to make an impression down the start-finish straight. Just not many overtaking opportunities through the corners. You'll be feeling the pressure out front, no doubt about that. Does one of them make a mistake? Does one of them lose their footing? Will they crack under pressure? They all want the win. They can all smell it. Blanchard refusing to give it up at this stage. So no change in the positions here up front. Still Blanchard first. Blanchard second in the championship. 7 points adrift of Scotty. Stuck down there in 5th. Himself and Bags Liddell making an impression on this lead pack. W92 in 2nd. Winner last week in Japan. First win of the season. He's got one eye out front and the one behind, trying to keep Supercharged back there. Getting as close as ever to Blanchard through turn 1. And then down in 6th we have the similar battle with the two Alpha Tauris, dealing with the Ferrari of Grim Reaper in between. shout out to Jojo Horse Lover cheering on the kick butt Kiwi today. 6th place currently. He's got his hands full trying to keep these two behind. So I assume there'll still be another round of pit stops to come. Do they go for... They'll have to finish off on the soft tyres. Little mad dash to the end. Do they push the mediums to the end? There's guys on the hard tyres there. This lot who will be trying to go to the end. All to play for at this stage. Lap 26 of 35. W92's as close as he ever has been this time. He's just reducing that margin bit by bit. Hand over fist each lap. Getting close, getting up behind, that's just half the battle. To find a way past, that's the real challenge. Needs to see a mistake from Blanchard, a slip up perhaps. One wrong step, open the door. He's got all that pressure from behind coming from Supercharge in the second Alpine. Doesn't want to put a foot wrong himself. How long are they going to push these tyres for as well? That's the question. Oh, there's someone off in the background. Who was that? Tent Sandals? Dan the Racer. He just went flying off. Must have got one hell of a tank slapper on coming out of 3. He's lucky to still be going. He just went absolutely flying into the fence. One hell of an accident, and he's going to have one hell of a difficult lap trying to get back to the pits. With little to no downforce, as the lead pack comes around the final corner once more. W92 trying to get the power on early as he can. Just never feels early enough. Follow him around for a lap of the Hungaro ring, trailing the Alpine of Blanchard. So the duel continues on. About 6 and a bit laps remaining. V92. Full battery at the moment. He's just managing things so well at the moment. We'll just take a moment to go further down the back and look at Metz and Jimson going at it down the start-finish straight. And the Haas driver takes 11th spot. Go back up front, wouldn't want to miss anything if it did happen here. This is for the race win. As we leave Jimson, he picks himself up, 3-second time penalty. There's an update on the penalty situation. That takes Jimson out to 9. V92 just can't get close enough to make a move. He's trying like nothing else. And that battle for 6th spot with the kick butt Kiwi rages on. Grim Reaper 7th, Chronic 8th. We've got a yellow flag. I think that's just the lapped car of Future Dreamliner moving out of the way. He's now got the best view of the battle on track. As we look down on our race leader. He's about to round the final corner. He's just got to survive 5 more laps. Now I think we've lost Jimson for good here, have we? Oh, not for good. He'll gather it up and go again. Red Bull having a moment. Needs to watch out behind as Tent Sandals goes flying past. Now Blanchard, that gap's as big as it has been for quite some time to E92. He'd have to be feeling good if he can get out of DRS range. Detection zone just before the final corner between 13 and 14. Right up here, you'll see the line across the track, I think. Either way, doesn't get outside the range, so it will be DRS for W92 and supercharged once more, but just unable to do anything about the lead Alpine. Someone who has gotten out of DRS range is the kick butt Kiwi in 6th. His prospects looking a lot better. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. I think someone's just gone wide in turn 1. So 3.5 laps to go. He's hanging on well, Blanchard. Oh, actually, kick butt Kiwi, what's happened is he had a moment down there. Just mentioned how he was outside DRS range from the 2 behind, and those 2 have gone past. Grim Reaper up to 6th position, but the 2 in front of kick butt Kiwi both have 3-second time penalties to deal with, and now so does Supercharge as well. I missed that one go up on the board. Metz gets one too. He wants to join the party. So supercharged, 3-second time penalty. That's all going to end his race winning prospects. But he's got, lucky for him, he's got a nice lead over Bags Liddell in 4th. 12 seconds worth. So I think he'll be right, barring throwing it completely off the circuit. He'll hold on to that 3rd spot. So 2.5 laps to go. Blanchard. Seven tenths out in front of that man on screen. Wee 92. Just can't get close enough to do anything about it. There's a battle going on for 10th place there between the McLaren of Karma and the Haas of Metz. Karma has to tuck back in, take his medicine there. As this trio of duelers goes down the start-finish straight once more. Fastest lap for Jimson. Did he chuck on some? Yeah, he went in after his spin, chucked on a fresh set of softs, and as a result currently holds the fastest lap. And these guys in front will be able to do anything about that. Who's that? Is that Grim Reaper? Chronic Saint. Chronic Saint wants that 6th spot off him. His tyres 4 laps younger. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. But then I guess they'd know best. They're the ones driving the car, not me. Oh, Grim Reaper gets a penalty as well. So he's gone up to 6 seconds worth. And Kickbutt Kiwi has since dropped back further, so I'm not sure what issues he's having. I'll go back up front because that's that penalty. Provided Chronic Saint doesn't get another one, that'll all but hand 6th spot to Chronic Saint. Grim Reaper in 6th spot in the championship. And he's well down, 105 points adrift. But he's been consistent. Bear in mind, 105 points adrift. Pretty impressive, given that he has not been on the podium once this season. So he's been an absolute model of consistency throughout Season 5. It's been quite an enthralling little championship, this one, the Pacific Open Series. It's not over yet. Actually, those two are going at it here. Ferrari and the Alpha Tauri very close. Very close indeed. But back up front, the man who staved off the pressure, held off all those behind him, takes the win, Blanchard. And with Scotty down in 5th place, he should resume the championship lead. Great drive by Wee in 2nd. And supercharge. No Mug himself, 3rd spot, well earned. Bags Liddell crosses the line for 4th. And former championship leader Scotty relinquishes that lead. 5th home. And the Grim Reaper toes Chronic behind him, but after penalties goes down to 7th. And Twitch Liddy, he's going to finish the race in 8th. Solid drive, just went about it doing his own strategy, and a good little result there for Twitch in the Mercedes. Metz brings it home in the Haas, 9th place, followed home by the McLaren of Karma. Kickbutt Kiwi coming around the 2nd last corner. Well, maybe not quite, not having a good time of it there. There is your race winner, NRX Blanchard. I'm sure he would have been sweating bullets in the cockpit. And Chronic Saint gets driver of the day. Certainly well deserved. So we go up to the podium. Blanchard, your winner of the Hungarian Grand Prix, takes out round 10 of the Pacific Open Series. That was quite an enthralling battle. No overtakes at the end, but didn't need them for it to be an enthralling battle. It was a good race nonetheless. So results go up on screen. Blanchard from Wee in Supercharged. Bags Liddell, fairly quiet race down there in 4th. Scotty 5th, would have been hoping for a little bit better. Chronic Saint 6th. Grim Reaper 7th. Twitch Liddy, great drive for 8th after starting 12th. Metz 9th. Karma 10th. 10 Sandals, he'd be disappointed with that after his earlier incident. Kickbutt Kiwi 12th. Future Dreamliner 14th. 13th after starting 14th. Jimson 14th after starting 13th. That'll do us for this week. Please join us next week. We look forward to having your company wherever you are. But for the meantime, it is bye for now.